I'm going to call this meeting to order. And is there a motion to approve the minutes of May 15th and bills for payment 24, 24A, 24P, EC4?
So moved.
Second?
Discussion. Well, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right. Recognition of visitors and public comments. Is there anyone back there? Oh, Jody Normandale.
After the last meeting when you said you could start, I wasn't there, I thought I better come.
Oh.
I have some comments. My problem is I have to leave at 7. So I can make them now, or, because I have a views meeting tonight.
Yeah.
Or if you hurry through, I may be here still with the thing.
We don't want to inconvenience you at all, so we'll try to rush through this meeting.
Okay, good. We're going to save some more money, right? But if you don't get to where I want to talk, can I raise my hand and
You can raise your hands all you want, or wink. Would you
come on and speak? Maybe I better take the opportunity to speak now.
Why don't you knock one of them off?
Just one of them off?
For the time being, yes.
Okay.
Just to get us primed here.
Just to get you primed. Well, I spoke to you about the views. So anyway, I see down here under correspondence for information only that there's an email from Bill Schmidt. And
yes.
I will encourage you all to read that very carefully. I thought I got it here from Lori.
Right. I don't want to be insulted by thinking that we don't read the letters that come in carefully.
Well, sometimes
I take offense.
You might not. You can take offense all you want.
All right. I just want it clear that
okay.
we take the business of the town seriously.
Yeah.
And I resent the idea that we don't read correspondence carefully.
Okay, well, you will read it. You have read it.
And I
he is one of the most...
I did respond to him.
You did?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
He's one of the most...
Maybe you ought to read that.
Yeah, I haven't read that. I haven't seen it anywhere.
Yes, it was included with, I believe it was included. If not, I can forward it to you tomorrow.
Okay, that would be great. Because he's one of the most respected people in town as far as planning and zoning is concerned and the process. So that's why I just want to bring it up, because I know usually for information only, you don't bring anything up. And I would like, to make sure that gets brought up, or has been brought up.
Okay.
Yes, that's my one, okay?
Okay, I need to get my heart rate to calm down a little, so
I'll
we're going to go to the highway report.
Oh, you think that's going to help?
Yeah. Lee.
Yes.
Let's open some bids. Where's the knife?
I got it. Thank you.
Thank you. This is from Warner Brothers.
Do you all have your little sheets?
Yes, your sheet. Yep. Warner Brothers from Sunderland, Mass. They are coming in at $85 a ton. All right. I'll pass that over to you to look at. Next envelope is from, I think this is from Lane, I think. Yep, Lane Construction. From Northfield, Massachusetts. All right. And they are coming in at $72.45 a ton.
72.42.
$72.45.
Oh,
okay. And this one from Springfield Paving. They come in $73.75 per ton.
73.75.
$73.75. Another piece of certificate. They proposed.
Proof of insurance.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. That goes with Lane. Warner Brothers. Okay. So, gentlemen, take a minute to look those over.
I did meet with all three, so everyone knew where we're doing.
Lanes. Where's lanes?
Lane right here, 245.
Yeah, I mean,
Have we used everybody except for, have we used all of these?
Warner Brothers, I have never.
We haven't used them.
Yes.
I feel comfortable making a motion that we award the bid to Lane Construction at $72.45.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? No, so the bid is awarded to Lane Construction.
This is actually Fred
Fred.
from Lane
Okay,
Construction.
well, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
That was quick and easy.
Yeah,
Thank you
thanks,
very
Fred.
much, folks.
Yeah,
Appreciate
right.
it.
Okay, so he's gonna get started as soon as we get the lines painted, or?
Right, yes.
All right.
All right. The heating system at the town garage.
Yes.
That's my only other real big thing, but, now, we had the estimate from Temples,
What was that again, man?
23,900. We had 25,000 in the capital plan for the project. And then we met with Vermont Renewable Fuels, and their estimate was $31,324. So, and I think Sam said they were going to write you an email
Yeah.
suggesting. I didn't actually
Yes,
see that
yes,
email or
they
anything, but
gave Temple Plumbing their blessing.
okay.
I'll make a motion that we award the heating system to Temple.
I'll second that.
Okay, discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right. Temple Plumbing will install the new heating system for the highway garage.
The other thing to go along with that, we're going to take it out of next year's budget, or maybe, well, towards the end of this one. But we're hoping to remove the 500-gallon oil tank in the back of the garage, which is underground, and put a 330-gallon tank in the garage. Since we'll have room and it's 40 years old. We did have a leak test done on it 2 years ago, and everything's fine with it. But we were just thinking that the line's got to come right beside it, the water line, and it would be a good time to do it.
There used to be pretty good amount of money to take those out from the ground. Grant money, if it's worth you checking into, but
Yeah, we were
anything up to 1,000, there was a, I don't know if it's for towns, that's all, maybe for
Yeah.
residences.
we were actually planning on taking it out ourselves, pumping it out.
But they still
pumping it. Oh, they would
They
still help us.
reimburse you to do that.
All right.
Because we've taken a lot of them out, and
Yeah.
the state pays a fair portion of it.
Okay.
The only problem is you'll have to do a soils test if they do that. But if you've done a
Okay.
leak test, you'd feel pretty comfortable. anyway.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean they've checked it. So.
It's just worth looking into. 'Cause
Okay.
I know
Yep. Did you happen to write that down, Laurie? For I don't know where we'd find that
I am writing it down.
grant application.
Yeah, it's
I wonder if the Department of Natural Resources would have.
it's a pretty easy thing to
Okay.
do if they're still doing it. If they're still paying, and I believe they are because they want them out from underground.
Okay. And the covered boardage. Renard Brothers did get hold of me a couple days ago. They would like to pull the beam out. Well, I guess they're planning on pulling the beam out tomorrow and then replacing it on Friday. They said 9 to 3 as far as the closing, but they're hoping to do it faster than that. They just want to make sure they left themselves enough time.
Lee, what are we doing for signage on Route 30? Are we doing anything?
They are actually handling Route 30, and I'm not sure. I think they were talking about doing something, use Green Iron Bridge for detour. There's no real good.
I know it's only a couple of days.
Yeah,
but-
there's definitely gonna be confusion.
Yeah,
It seems like it's a nightmare. when it
They may use
happens.
the same signs that they used last summer when it was closed.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I'm hoping everything works out fine. They are responsible for the signs and traffic control, everything, so. Other than that, I didn't have a whole lot.
Okay.
Just wanted to,
All right, any other questions for Lee?
$1,000 to his budget.
yeah, Phil isn't here to see it actually.
All right, good. Well, thank you.
Yes.
So, the road routing update. Lots of news from the road routing this week.
I don't have a lot of news to report. I know that they've gone to the DRB for the fence adjustment.
Right, and I think that will go through.
I hope that
They're
goes
confident.
through. Yeah, that should go through.
Yeah.
And then there's the agreement that we were talking about earlier with Baxendale that we've talked a little bit about. But unless Lee, has Lee taken off? Unless Lee had something else.
Right.
No, I didn't.
I don't have a whole lot to report on this week on.
Now,
Baxendale SB land, they were interested in having the towns, Putney and Dummerston, sign off on that agreement. What?
Do you think we need to, Lee, to get involved in the work, you know, there's a, can I dig that
Yep,
agreement
yep,
out
yep.
here? You might find it faster than me. This is more to do with the yardage in between two properties and,
Right. Barrier.
have you seen that?
no, but originally when they were talking about it, I thought that it was gonna be, that was gonna be totally between Mike and them.
And then now they've asked us to be involved in it, but I'm not sure why we need to be, so I guess.
Right. Because we're gonna actually, pay Mike, and then Mike is gonna work a swap with them for gravel. I believe that's how it's gonna work. I didn't read that, so.
Yeah, I'd be inclined to leave it, and if they,
See if they bring it up
if
again.
they, yes, if they really want to convince us that we need to sign on to it, then they can come and make their pitch.
Yeah, I think it's more of an agreement between them, and really, Putney and us would have nothing.
Right.
I can understand wanting to get us involved, but.
I agree, I'd rather not.
You're right, exactly, yeah, okay. That was all I had on it, unless Zeke, you had something else that you were aware of.
No. Right, while Lee is still here, are you skipping down, if we could, just for a minute, just to check on, unless you're staying for the whole meeting.
No, I don't mind if you skip down.
Okay. Let's see, we had a letter from the town clerk regarding hazards at the community center, and Pam met with the community center board and looked at some of the recommendations from the insurance person from VLCT, and it involved removing some concrete structures and outside, and the tire and the jungle gym, but not the monkey bars, and a few things like that. And it was suggested that the town road crew could help on taking some of those things out.
Yeah.
What did you think about that?
Yeah, when she brought it up originally, a year ago, I think, half a year ago, yeah, we were planning on, finding the time. I don't think it's going to be bad as far as it's going to be more or less just pulling out things, patching it up, planting grass.
There's some concrete pieces that gotta come out.
Yeah, I think we definitely
Okay.
work
well then, so, any more Renault gravel pit? We done with that?
No, I'm done with that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any questions for our gravel pit liaison here? No?
Steve, did you ever find out, is that a 30-day waiting period now? So it's June 16th or something like that?
I believe so, right, yeah.
Okay.
Correspondence for information. Anything going down there that you would like to discuss? I see Fairpoint Communications has expanded their broadband service in Dummerston, and some people already have their new modems. And
It's all on the west side.
Oh, it's on the, I was gonna ask him what he knew where it was. I thought it was on
Dutton Farm
Tickling
Road's
Road.
over.
yes,
According to what I
Farm,
read.
Rice Farm, Quarry Road, Sunset Lake, I think.
Mhm. Lucky them.
Good deal. Huh.
I have a comment under this heading, so when you're through with your comments.
Okay. Any comments?
Any comments?
All right.
Yeah, I got on the net, and I know I really feel like your mediation was not a mediation, and one of the reasons I feel that is I have been through it before on an issue. And so I got on the net and I pulled off some information, and you may have got it, but I'd
Right.
like to present it to you.
Oh,
on
thank you.
How it's done, who the mediators are, how the mediators are trained. The mediators are not only trained in mediation, they have to be trained in e-court stuff too.
Right.
So I want to bring that up to your attention.
Thank you very much. The lawyer for the town, Bob Fisher, sat right there and said what we were doing fit the definition of mediation.
Yeah.
And actually, I've brought this up many times, but I've also been trained by, and have a certificate in mediation.
Have you been trained in the e-court procedures?
No, I
Because
haven't.
that's one of the requirements in that. So I just hope the board would read that, and hope you don't ever have to do that again, but you would be apprised of exactly what they are looking for in there.
All right, good.
Thank you.
Good. I'll put this in the file, or I'll give it to our assistant to put in the file so it does get circulated. Anyway, thank you. Mark Whitaker.
Thanks. This wasn't on my agenda, but I'm a little puzzled, Jody, on how you tell him to enter the mediation right. You didn't have a seat in there, I think it was behind closed doors, so you actually don't know what went on there. And with that said, I commend you for your decisions, realizing there's a neighborhood situation where very unique land characteristics. They have safety issues with their adopted children. You did the right thing, and I totally disagree with the DRD shutting it all out, thinking they were overridden. That was just so wrong, and it's all about interpretation, and it's the right thing to do for neighbors. Their fence is the same color as the trim of their house. It happens to be, I'll say it again, the same color as my house in trim. And the day you start telling people what color to paint stuff, you better do a reality check and look for another place to live. Get into the cities where that crap goes on. Our forefathers didn't come here to do that, and I will fight for that freedom till I die. So, yeah, good job, select board.
All right. Okay. Our select board assistant has underlined some parts where that just says that it's a little fuzzy. You do have some leeway.
Well,
And
read the whole thing.
the parties involved agreed, and our legal counsel agreed. So,
I'll put that in file.
so
And we visited with League and City of Towns in depth prior to this, so it isn't like we just jumped around the corner and did something. And made it clear for like 3 months that we were going to do this, and
You were a party to it, and you were also doing the mediation, and that's not what mediation is about. And we could sit here and argue it till
yes,
the cows come home.
let's not.
But that's the state of Vermont's
Okay.
mediation thing.
Okay, good. All right. Any other correspondence for information that you would like to discuss? Anyone? All right. Correspondence for discussion and/or action. We have a letter of resignation from Lou Sorensen from the DRB effective July 1st, 2013. And what would you like to do with this?
Well, I accept his resignation.
Okay.
I'll move we accept his resignation. Lou's resignation.
Do I have a second?
I would second it, but I'm wondering, Steve, if you would accept a friendly amendment that we accept it with regret.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Discussion. All right.
Well, it is with regret. I mean, and I appreciate what Lou is doing. He's staying on till July 1st. Give us time to find somebody to replace him. So I do respect that from him.
Right. I don't know if we need to make another friendly amendment, but I guess it would be with regret and with being thankful for the 12 years that he has sat on the DRB.
I think there should be a letter written by the chair of the
Yes,
select
I'd
board.
be happy to do that.
I don't think that has to be part of the
Yeah.
motion.
All right. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Nay.
Okay. We have 3-1, and we've accepted Lou Sorensen's letter of resignation, and I'll write him a letter. Okay. A memo from the town clerk regarding the hazards at the community center. We discussed that with Lee. Everyone okay with having crew do that? All right. I don't think we need a motion to do that. So, unfinished business, appointments to the DRB, the Planning Commission. I guess we can post the DRB opening and see if anyone applies, and we can set up interviews.
So you would like letters of interest due back by the next meeting, June 12th?
Oh, what do you think? That'd probably be a good idea. He's resigning
July 1st?
July 1st.
Okay.
How does that sound?
Yep.
Give enough time?
No, I would say you want to give a little more time than that, but
Well,
have that
How
out
about we
there.
go to the 26th?
Yeah.
So I was thinking that it would still be before our
Yeah.
joint meeting with them.
Right. We were talking about rescheduling that meeting that we were going to have on the 25th with the DRB and the Planning Commission to the 27th. Same time, just same place, but on Thursday instead of Tuesday. Let's see. We have 2 people who have sent in letters of interest to be on the Planning Commission. Is that right?
Yes, Eva Green and Kevin Tebow.
Okay. And we posted that 2 weeks ago. Is that right?
It actually was posted last week,
Ah.
so they only had a week.
Okay.
I'd say we put that right
Put
to the
that-
26th.
yeah.
Okay, so I'll ask Kevin to change that on the website.
Yeah, I think,
Okay.
that's just mine.
Yeah, I think so.
Mhm.
And maybe our friendly reformer reporter could put a blurb in for us.
As long as they don't put it where they put the Green Iron Bridge use.
I know, did you see where it was? Remember when you called me today about the covered bridge? They had put a little tiny one-liner under public notices that the covered bridge was going to be closed, and no one really would look there. I wouldn't look there.
Okay, any other items under that topic that you want to?
So could you just verify with me now, the appointments to the DRB and the Planning Commission, their letters have to be in, we're putting the planning commission back out still to the 26th.
Right, since it's been
Okay.
out for less than
Okay.
2 weeks.
Okay.
All right. So, new business, the Recreation Board. The idea was to try to drum up a little interest to, I guess there may be unofficial people on that board, but
There's 2 people on that board.
yeah, there are 2 people that have been appointed.
Right, Layla and Ruth.
And we might try to find, I guess Bill Holiday not being here, we could appoint him, but
I think he's probably been there, done that.
Yeah, Zach's over there.
yeah, if we could just drum up a little more interest and try to get a few more people on that board. But, so if anyone knows anyone, alumni of the board would be, I'm sure, welcome. Insurance, health insurance, is going to change. And you got this, BLCT came down this last week to talk with town employees, and the Putney employees were here. And usually we would review health insurance during our regular budgeting process and choose whatever plan or continue a plan or jump to a new plan at the beginning of the new year or the new budgeting year. This year we're going to have to review the programs, the plans that are available, and choose the amount that the town wants to spend and the plan, and make our wishes known to the Vermont Health Connect agency just after October 1st of this coming year. And VLTC, in your hymnal here, prepared a sheet that compares, and you don't have to make any decisions tonight, you just have to begin thinking about it and be ready later by September or so to go with this new way of doing things. On the page that says benefit exchange comparison in blue, I think the health, let's see, which one? One is Putney and one is ours, but they have the 2 health savings account high deductible programs that we have now, and they said this program, the plan on the left, what they call the gold program, which isn't as, there is a platinum
Right.
above that,
Right.
is the most similar. We're paying about $513 now, I think, per month.
Per person.
Yeah, and this new plan, and that's, this current year's rate. This other plan would be $527, and that rate is for this coming year, so it's not a big jump. We probably want to switch from the health savings account that we have now for employees and go to a health reimbursement account, which we had a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That would cover the out-of-pocket expenses and deductibles. So just to be thinking about that for later on when we have to make the decisions about this. Any questions about?
I'm just curious, what's the difference between a health savings account and a health reimbursement account?
The health savings account, it's a contribution that the town makes to employees to cover their out-of-pocket expenses. And it goes into a fund. It can be used for any medical expense. It's sort of unrestricted. If an employee decides to leave and their health, whatever they have in their health savings account goes with them. They can take that to their next job. Or with a health reimbursement, the money is set aside for them to draw on if they have an out-of-pocket expense. But whatever is left in that account at the end of the year usually goes back to the town. And there is the possibility that we could roll it over so they had a larger account the following year. But at the end of their employment time, whatever was in that fund would go back to the town. It wouldn't follow them. So that's the main difference.
Did you get any sense, Zeke, and of course I wasn't at the meeting, but are they feeling comfortable that they're going to be ready October 1?
Of course, VLCT isn't the ones in charge of setting this up. They thought things were going along and it might be ready. It might be hard to register on October 1st, but they're taking an optimistic view, hoping for the best. And then the town would register sometime in October, then town employees would, in November, go online, and they could use a computer here if they didn't have one at home. And they would sign up then and choose between, if we have different plans, if we're going to offer.
Yeah, isn't it that the town decides, the select board decides the amount that they're going to provide toward the insurance, either a percentage or an actual dollar amount, and then the employee chooses the actual plan.
Yes, I think that's how it goes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was my understanding.
So, probably they'd want to get the best plan that,
One would hope, yeah.
rather than take a cheaper plan because they wouldn't get reimbursed for that
Right.
difference. So
Right, yeah, that
I
was very clear.
think they probably want to go with the best plan that we're offering. Any questions? Any other questions about that? Any more public comments that we can?
If you're continuing,
Oh, well.
but if you're still on insurance, no.
Seems like we're.
I've got a few minutes, but I have only one more thing to say, so when you get around to
We're
it.
done with health insurance?
They'll be back to work with us one more time on this, VLCT will.
I hope so, but
Lucky.
there are also, Vermont Interactive Television is going to have at least one more presentation where you can go to the place in Brattleboro and watch it there, which might be a good idea.
Okay. Any more public comments?
Well, you kind of quickly went over the rescheduled date for your joint meeting. And I happened to go to the Planning Commission meeting last night, which was a very interesting meeting, and I thought maybe you might be there, but you weren't there.
I didn't see it in the paper, so
What? It was a work session,
There I
yes, but
was,
it still
all
should have
dressed
been
up,
in
no
paper.
place to
No
go.
place to
I was
go.
just pacing around. My wife finally kicked me out.
It was interesting because Chris Cantley from Wyndham Regional came and he gave a presentation. And he talked about the Vermont statutory requirements, for municipal and regional planning and development. And one of the things that I would hope, and you probably already planned to do this, not to get you angry again,
Okay,
but
all right.
is
Just get my heart.
to get your heart right. Vermont is not a home rule state, and I believe we're only one of two, and I think the other one's Virginia.
Is that called the Delaney State?
I can't remember what it's
Okay.
called, but anyway, the only powers that we have as towns is what the state allows us to have.
Right.
So, for example, there are requirements for the state for planning commission, there are requirements for the state for DRB. I'm not sure what the requirements are for select board, but it would be really good if all three of you boards would research what those parameters are for each of the boards before you met with the boards, and I think that would save you some time at your meeting, which probably will be a long meeting, I would imagine. So that's really my only
Okay,
other comment. Thank you.
thank you very much.
And yeah, we may get out of here early tonight.
I was just gonna ask, it's officially been changed to the 27th then?
If you and the brethren here will give the blessing, then that's going to be our official date. Sound good?
It's on my calendar.
Okay. Louis? Excellent. And you?
Okay.
I think it's gonna rain that day. So it shouldn't be a problem. So, yes, so officially it's the 27th.
At what time?
6.
6, okay.
Church basement.
Yeah.
Well, so, any other business?
Wow, this must be a record.
No.
No, Lewis used to run a really tight ship.
Did you keep this, Louis?
So I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So. Second.
Wow, all those in favor?
All right.